Alright, today is cycling tip number 5, and I'm going to be addressing a question that I got on Tumblr about using a heart rate monitor. So this man asks, do you use a heart rate monitor? Would it be a good plan B for a race if your power meter stops working for some reason? And how would you pace yourself? So firstly, I just want to start off by saying that I don't use a heart rate monitor, and the reason for that is because it doesn't give me any valuable data really. The main thing that you need is a power meter, and that's the only thing that's going to give you objective data. With a heart rate monitor, what it does is it only gives you your heart rate response to the actual intensity that you're putting in. It's not the intensity itself. So for example, you can have a threshold of 300 watts, and then one day your heart rate, let's say your FTP heart rate is 190 beats per minute and your max heart rate is 200. So when you're on fresh legs, you could be going max and doing 190 beats per minute for the last 50 minutes of the effort. You don't include the first 5 or 10 minutes because your heart rate slowly ramps up. There's like a lagging response to the intensity. So that's what it would be on the one day, so on fresh legs, and then another day you do it and your average heart rate's only 170 beats per minute. So you can see that heart rate doesn't really tell us much. It's only a response on a given day. There's so many factors that can affect it. It's things like air temperature, how much humidity there is in the air, your sleep, your stress levels, things like that can affect your heart rate. So that's why I don't use a heart rate monitor. It's really just useless data. However, what I will say is a heart rate monitor is better than nothing if you want to do endurance rides or tempo rides, because I find that the heart rate response on endurance rides and tempo rides are pretty accurate in terms of representing the intensity at in terms of wattage. Okay, so would it be a good plan B for a race if your power meter stops working for some reason? If your power meter stops working, then you just go as hard as you can. I mean, you've been using a power meter in training, so you've got a good idea what it takes to pace yourself. So just go by feel, go by perceived exertion, and you should be fine for a race. Racing is so intense in a lot of cases that you don't even look at your power meter. So let's say you're out in a solo breakaway, then you just gotta go by your intuition, and you should be fine, especially if you've been using a power meter for a long time. So heart rate monitor, again, it's not going to tell you much, because you could be fatigued, a little bit fatigued that day, and there could be other factors affecting your heart rate, and it's not really going to be an ideal representation of the intensity. So how would you pace yourself? Again, you just got to go by your intuition, what you've learned by using a power meter for so long. It's just something that comes with experience. You learn how to pace yourself. So yeah, that's the question. I hope that was a satisfying answer. And yeah, cycling tip of the day is don't waste your money on a heart rate monitor. Get a power meter instead. There you go.
I'll stand and fight for what I love and know is right. I'll carry on till my days are. You can try.